Yuan Kongye, the youthful sect leader of the snow worship cult, knelt in fervent prayer before a Christian cross inside St. John's Cathedral, her devotion to the divine genuine and all-encompassing. When Grand Decree Zhao Jianhua brought Li Jian, the survivor from Yuelu Building 18 who had awakened the ability through an ice soul, before her, Yuan Kongye fixed him with a gaze that seemed to erase the world, flooding his mind with adoration and an irresistible urge to obey. She declared his arrival a sign of a bountiful harvest, appointed him a priest of the cult, and led him from the cathedral to a nearby abandoned building. There, a colossal sacred tree dominated the interior, 5 to 6 meters thick, its black bark split by veins of pulsing crimson, its trunk expanding and contracting like a breathing lung, vines and cocoon-like leaves draping every surface. The tree dropped a blood-red fruit into Yuan Kongye's hand, which she gave to Li Jian. Upon eating it, his hunger and cold vanished, replaced by surging strength. Yuan Kongye then revealed his sacred duty, to feed the tree his blood daily using his ability. Li Jian cut his finger, and the tree drank greedily, its eerie glow intensifying, binding him to a mission he now believed was his life's purpose. Half a month slipped by in quiet at Zhangyi's shelter. The breached ice walls had been rebuilt, the villa district's ruin left untouched, and with no sign of the corpse-dragging threat from the subway, a fragile peace settled over the compound. Food from Zhangyi's whitespace storage flowed freely, fresh meat, wine, coffee and Yang Xia's supernatural cuisine kept everyone's energy high. Yet Zhangyi refused complacency. Each day he devoted hours to martial training under Liang Yu, who had hardened into a stern, taciturn instructor. Her corrections were sharp, her demeanor cool, though the occasional brush of skin still sent an involuntary flush across her cheeks. The domestic rhythm was a deliberate shield against the chaos beyond. Beyond the shelter's perimeter, Tianhai City's balance of power had shifted decisively. The Chaoyu and Yangsheng bases, shattered in the Battle of Five Armies, lacked the strength to halt the snow worship cult's missionary expansion into their former territories. The cult's dual promise of material security and spiritual salvation drew survivors in droves, its ranks swelling with newly awakened superhumans blessed by Yuan Kongye herself. Meanwhile, in the power vacuum, small armed factions, gangs, warlords, desperate collectives began surfacing within the nominal zones of the major powers, probing for weakness. The five dominant forces, Qingpu Base, Snow Worship Cult, Chaoyu, Yangsheng, and Zhangyi's Shelter, had silently agreed to a cold truce. Each acknowledged the other's territorial claims, none possessed the will or capacity for another all-out war. The city held its breath in a tense, watchful stalemate, while beneath the cathedral, the sacred tree drank deep and grew. Zhangyi's enforced training regimen during the shelter's half-month of peace drives Fatty Su into a spiral of inadequacy. Haunted by the memory of Wei Dinghai's overwhelming ability during the Battle of Five Armies and the revelation that Liang Yu shares the rare devouring talent, Su Pengzi fixates on the ceiling of his ice manipulation, spikes, walls, and storms that control battlefields but fail to kill competent superhumans in single combat. Zhangyi interrupts his brooding with a lesson forged from experience: abilities are merely weapons, and the mind wielding them determines the outcome. A master's pebble outweighs a novice's shuriken. The analogy strikes home. Fatty Su realizes his obsession with power magnitude blinded him to the tactical creativity that let Zhangyi kill Lingfeng, and he resolves to maximize his existing toolkit rather than mourn absent gifts. March arrives with a fractional temperature rise as Earth inches toward perihelion, though the cold remains lethal. Domestic rhythms settle into comfortable monotony, hell difficulty game clears, a mahjong table repeatedly repaired by Lu Karen's engineering, Yang Xia's supernatural cuisine stockpiled in Zhangyi's whitespace storage. Beneath the tranquility, Yang Xinxin maintains silent surveillance over Tianhai's power structure. Her intrusions into Qingpu, Chaoyu, Yangsheng, and Snow Worship cult networks reveal a shifting landscape. Xing Tian's Qingpu base consolidates behind steel mill walls, content with territory held. Wei Dinghai's Chaoyu base retracts its perimeter, the leader's grievous wound inviting internal fragmentation as armed splinter groups probe the weakness. Xiao Honglian's Yangsheng base crushes dissent with brute force. But the Snow Worship cult, Baishu's sect, metastasizes. Tens of thousands now flock to their cathedral headquarters, a growth rate that defies logistical sense. Zhang Yi questions the cult's calculus. Feeding masses of non-combatants, elderly, children, infirm, drains resources without military return. Even established bases ration population when supplies tighten. Yang Xinxin reframes the question: this is not logistics but theology weaponized. She invokes the Taiping Rebellion, a heterodox Christian cult that seized half of China through desperation and divine mandate. The Snow Worship cult mirrors the blueprint. Yuan Kongye's cost-free superhuman awakening transforms doctrine into demographic engine. Each convert becomes a potential soldier, each awakened follower, a force multiplier. The endgame is not survival but sovereignty. A god-king ruling Tianhai through faith and flesh. Zhang Yi waves off the threat with the arrogance of a man who has devoured the strong. Superhumans are merely durable humans, he insists, and few reach heights that genuinely terrify him. He has not unleashed half his capacity since the Five Armies battle. Yang Xinxin's smile carries a warning, his perspective is distorted by his own apex. The cult's danger lies not in individual quality but in unprecedented quantity and industrial process for manufacturing power. The named snow worship cult settles in Zhang Yi's mind like a stone in water. He admits the need for vigilance. The words barely leave his lips when his gaze snaps to the window. Through the swirling snow, silhouettes materialize on the horizon. Figures. Many. Walking slowly toward the shelter. Zhang Yi's morning routine shatters when a vast, shadowy mass appears on the horizon, initially mistaken for a massive enemy army. The shelter alarm blares, and the core team assembles in combat gear within moments, tension high until binoculars reveal the horrifying truth. The approaching figures are not soldiers, but thousands of reanimated corpses clad in the distinct uniforms of Shishan Base's 4th Life Warehouse. Liang Yu identifies the origin with grim certainty, noting the mix of soldier and civilian attire. Zhou Kor hypothesizes a viral agent is animating the dead despite the lethal cold, a theory Zhang Yi accepts as he orders the team to engage, treating the horde as little more than target practice for their honed skills. The mood is almost cavalier as Uncle Yu expands to giant size wielding a massive entrenching tool. Liang Yu draws her tang sword with blazing eyes, and Zhang Yi, Fatty Su, and Lu Karen take up sniper positions, the latter two turning the slaughter into a friendly competition while the non-combatants watch from the safety of the walls with snacks. The first shot shatters the illusion of ease. Zhang Yi puts a round cleanly through a zombie's skull, yet the corpse shudders, rises, and stares at them with a gaping black wound that bleeds not a single drop. Before the implications can settle, the entire battlefield erupts. Thousands of throats unleash a unified, wolf-like howl that freezes the blood, and the shambling mob instantly becomes a blur of motion, charging at speeds rivaling hunting dogs. Their eyes burn with a terrifying crimson light, deep within which countless tiny shapes seem to ride like ants. The game ends violently as the superhuman vanguard Uncle Yu and Liang Yu crashes into the leading edge of a swarm that no longer behaves like mindless carrion, but like a single, predatory organism driven by a hive intelligence that has just woken up. The battle took a terrifying turn as the seemingly sluggish zombies revealed a shocking level of coordination and speed, instantly surrounding Uncle Yu and Liang Yu. Their hardened bodies, resistant to even decapitation, made them formidable opponents. As Zhang Yi, Fatty Su, and Lu Karen tried to provide support with gunfire, they only succeeded in drawing a separate wave of the horde toward themselves. Zhang Yi swiftly created a dimensional portal to swallow the charging zombies, but then witnessed something inexplicable. The mindless corpses stopped their advance just before the portal, as if sensing danger. This clear display of intelligence, or controlled behavior, confirmed Zhang Yi's suspicion that a hidden controller was directing the horde, likely connected to the earlier mystery of the vanished soldier corpses. To break the siege and create an escape route for his trapped comrades, Zhang Yi summoned a heavy tank from his white space storage. He ordered Uncle Yu and Liang Yu to leap high on his count. As the two enhanced superhumans vaulted into the air, Zhang Yi fired the tank's cannon directly into the densest part of the zombie swarm. The massive explosion blasted hundreds of corpses apart, scattering limbs and clearing a temporary path. Uncle Yu and Liang Yu used this opening to fight their way back toward the shelter, with the relentless horde quickly giving chase and converging once more. Zhang Yi fired a second shell, decimating another cluster, but more zombies poured in from the flanks, their predatory focus unwavering. Abandoning the tank, Zhang Yi retrieved a final weapon, a flamethrower seized long ago from the Shishan base. He fixed the apparatus and unleashed a torrent of fire over 10 meters long. The intense heat ignited the zombies' frozen uniforms and bodies, causing them to burn fiercely in the cold air. Instead of attacking, the burning zombies lost all coordination, their limbs thrashing violently as eerie, crackling howls erupted from their throats. Then, in a completely unexpected move, the entire horde, burning and whole alike, turned and fled, abandoning the assault on Yuelu Manor as quickly as it had begun, leaving the defenders amidst the scorched and twitching remains.